Welcome to GradJob Season 3. Today we have a lovely young guest, Ms. Samawiyah Ulde from UAE. Welcome to the show, and if you could just introduce yourself.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
Same, it's really nice that you could take out some time to be here.
I'm very
Welcome
happy
once
to.
again.
Thank you.
Okay, and before we start, if you could just share what you are doing and with our listeners.
Okay, so it is a little complicated, naturally, thanks to COVID. So I graduated 2 years ago, and I was on a career path which I had planned for myself. And then when COVID hit, changed. And now I'm kind of in a transitionary period, I would say, where I'm waiting to get into what I want to do. So currently, I am doing like freelance digital marketing, and that's a thing that I've always been interested in. But what I want to actually do is academic career in linguistics. So while I'm waiting for that to happen, this is something I'm doing right now.
That's really wonderful. So, like when you had said thanks to COVID, were your plans challenged or changed?
Definitely, because what I wanted to do was start my master's last year, and I had applied to the universities I had gotten in, and then COVID hit. So naturally, there was a lot of the financial constraints, and then restrictions, and then we were like, I don't know what to do now. So I had to defer my offer to the next year, and then wait another year to see what happens, and then find a way to spend the time in the meantime.
How did you cope? Because this is like, really difficult, let's say, to accept. Okay, once you even got, now you have to defer to a future
Yeah.
which is still not very clear.
Exactly. And also, because I had already spent 1 year waiting, this was like another year added on. So it was pretty, like, I would say I was a bit upset. But, like, that is the way the world was. We're all in the same boat, So I just decided to take it one day at a time, not think about, it's a whole year, and just think of it as like, day by day. And
So,
Alhamdulillah, it went okay.
so that's how you adjusted, taking each day at a time.
Exactly, yes.
And any new plans you came up with?
Not really, nothing changed. I still want to do exactly what I wanted to do then. But what I would say is different, that uh, what I'm doing right now, this freelance marketing work, I was planning to just it for it to be temporary, but I have thought that why should that case? I can continue this side by side with whatever I'm doing as well, because these are very different times. It's not like how it used to be, where you have this one fixed thing that you do. People take up multiple different gigs, and you have to be adaptable. So I think that's one thing that has changed, that I've decided that I'll continue this as long as I can, because it is something that I enjoy as well.
Right. Uh, so it's like then your perception of the scenario, like, to be only doing one thing, now a little shifted.
I think this whole message of adaptability is becoming more important than ever, because the world is becoming a very difficult place, and whatever we thought we knew of how life is supposed to be, it changes every day. So we have to keep discovering new opportunities and not stay stuck in one mindset. And but at the same time, I would say that we shouldn't really ever compromise on our sense of self. So whatever we choose to do, we have to be practical, but also balance it with not sacrificing everything in order to keep going. You have to keep that sense of, no, need to do what is good for me as well.
So it's like retaining one's priority, the goal setting part and
Yes,
priority.
exactly. When
Mm-hmm.
choosing what to do in life, we do need to look at, what are our strengths, what makes us happy. We have to live, so we have to find that balance between adapting to this difficult climate that we're in, and also not losing our sense of self.
Did you lose it at any point of time?
It took me a while to find it, is what I would say, in the beginning itself. Because when I graduated, I didn't really know what exactly I wanted to do for a while. That's why I decided to take some time off. So, exploring my options. And it took me a while to really understand what is my purpose in life, what do I want to do. And then once that came, then I haven't changed my mind since. But yeah, it definitely took some time to get there.
How did you reach to that point? What did you actually do? Because when you will share this, I'm sure the listeners will also realize as to how they can, think for themselves.
Right.
Said
So,
the first thing was
mhm,
the first thing that you said was taking out time to actually understand where to go henceforth. So
right.
one point. Besides that,
So yeah, that taking that gap year, and what I would say is that I really had to let go of whatever preconceived notions that I had about what I need to do in life, and just start with a fresh mind and just think who I am, what do I want, what makes me happy, spend some time doing research, picture myself a couple of years down the line doing different things. How do I this whole thought process that I had to sit with for a good amount of time. And another important thing is, I would say, do not put that kind of pressure. Just this process needs to be, you have to just let it flow. If you're going to put yourself in, like, oh, I need to figure this out right now, or there's going to be, some everything's going to go wrong, that kind of pressure does not help. So take it easy and just live in the moment. Don't put pressure on yourself and just figure it out. Give yourself time. That's what I would say.
that's wonderful. And was there any other pressure, like, even your friend circle who may have chosen something and went ahead? Is it a possibility that that pressure can also play on mind?
That definitely happens because everyone has their own different timelines, right? And some people, they know exactly what they want to do and they push forward, and while you're still figuring it out, they are already somewhere else. So seeing that does obviously have an impact, but we have to work on trying and tuning that out, because everyone has their own different path, and we cannot be comparing, and that leads to nothing. So what is early for someone can be late for someone else, and what is late for someone can be early for someone else. So we have to learn how to just not compare ourselves with all of the what's going on around us. you know that is, we cannot judge where we are on our path by looking at others. So it's okay, it doesn't matter. Even if I feel that others have started, doesn't mean that I was also meant to start earlier. When I'm starting is exactly when I was meant to.
That's very interesting and very, very important, especially for youngsters, because that comparison somehow plays a lot of, it impacts the decision making a lot.
It really does, and I've seen that, and it did hit me for a while. But I feel like I told myself that no, just block it out. Don't look at anyone else. Focus on your own path, and yeah, I think that was important to do.
That's like a practical approach then you had followed.
I guess, yeah.
Anything interesting happened since last year till now?
I don't know, to be honest, no, because COVID hasn't given that many opportunities for things to happen. Just been stuck at home. But one thing I think I can say that is, so before I was freelancing, I was working a job, and in the middle of the pandemic, I quit that. And I guess people would say that that was a very decision not a lot of people would take in the middle of a pandemic, because it was kind of a leap of faith. that, quit a stable, paycheck for something that is not yet fixed and unknown. And that is one thing that happened. And
That's, yeah, go ahead.
I would say that I made the right decision, and I'm very happy with how things turned out.
Because yes, as you had just said that yes, most of the people would not accept or be agreeing to the fact that leaving that paycheck, especially during the pandemic, wherein there is a financial crux everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
it's like not the right thing to do.
Yeah. And I think it is, for many people, that definitely would be the case, that it would not be right. And it all depends on every person's situation and what they want and what their goals are. So, what I had in mind is that I had a plan to make sure to get back to either that same earning level or maybe even higher. And that potential for something higher is what, made me do this, that I will have more flexibility to pursue different things, take on more projects, and not just be stuck in this one thing.
So it was a blessing in disguise.
It actually, it definitely was.
Okay, and any special message you would like to share with our listeners?
Um, just trust yourself and have patience with yourself. That is one thing I really feel has been important for me to, give myself that space to be who I am and figure it out and not put that any kind of pressure, and just take it easy, be patient, and everything will work out.
So is this patient also in a relation with other family members?
Oh, definitely. That is, especially in a situation of lockdown when, everyone is at home, that has come in very important. And we have to practice that not just with ourselves, but with everyone around us. Basically, patience in life with everything.
That's really nice. And you have given very valuable, let's say, tips for our listeners that one should not, hold on to the same mindset, be adaptable in nature, be practical, and have a balanced decision making skills. And
Right,
but
exactly.
sacrificing one's own priority and the goals that they have dreamt of in the process.
Right.
That is wonderful. Even the comparison part and the early, that statement that you have said, for some it's early, for some it's late, can be vice versa. Either ways. Any other thing that you would like to share?
Yeah, just very best and good luck, because times are getting hard. But just have faith in yourself, and above all, be patient. Take it one day at a time. Don't put the pressure of the whole world on yourself that things need to happen right now. Just take it easy, breathe, and let things flow. Be adaptable, and things will work out.
So, with that, easy breathing and adaptability, the key word from your conversation, I feel, because that does gives a calmness that live in the moment.
Exactly, definitely, yes. That has been my key takeaway from COVID.
Thank you so much on behalf of all our listeners, and we all wish the best of luck to you too.
Thank you. Thank you
Take,
for having me.
yeah, most welcome. It was a pleasure. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye.
Bye.